let's figure out whether we're learning about the topic or not on the go. And here, while I'm starting, I just like to know that are you guys aware of the word called communication? And since we are talking about communication, I think it has to be interactive both from my side and your side. So whenever you feel comfortable, you can just raise your hand, unmute yourself, and talk. And one more thing is, if you feel comfortable, as Brinda said, keep your video on so that we can see each other. And why I'm being specific about to see each other, I'll explain as we're going in this session. So the first thing, can everyone see me? If you can see me, can just raise your hand. Yeah, can everyone listen to what I'm saying? Yeah, see, now I can see only the people whose video is on. The people whose video is off, I don't know like what's happening behind the screen. And once it happened, like in my session, like I usually say, like keep your videos on. The reason for us to see each other. And one time, one participant was not able to keep the video on. It's because like she was a health worker. So she said that a lot of people come inside the room, there'll be a lot of movement. So I don't wish to keep the video on. If that is the case with you, so please you can keep the video off. Otherwise, yes, we'll dive right into it. I'd like to share with you a session or else how to say a small incident which happened yesterday. I got a call from a friend and he's working in a software field and he is in the, I think is an executive level or director level and is going to be promoted to the next level. And this was the conversation which I had with him yesterday. He said, Jaya, now I'm in the place where I'm going to be promoted to the next level. I said, yeah, fine. And that everyone in the committee knows that I'm good in my work. Yes. And all it depends upon the meeting which I'm going to give the next week. So all the board members are going to be present in there in the meeting and all the clients also are going to be there. Based on how I do the meeting, they are going to take a call whether my promotion is going to happen or not. This is where the place which I am in my life. And he said, and I'm very worried about, I don't know how am I going to do the meeting. Then I asked, like, what are you worried about? He said, I want to learn something which is called as business communication. So he said, I want to learn so badly what is that business communication so that I can crack the meeting which is going to happen or the presentation which is going to happen next week. And this was the conversation which I had with my friend yesterday over the phone. Now, I'm asking a question to everyone. As I'm saying this, I'm sharing some incident with you. Now, as I'm sharing that incident with you, what did you observe? I said something which happened over a phone. I had a conversation. Now, what did you observe as I'm sharing that with you? Anyone can raise your hand and give me an answer?
In what context are you asking? What did you observe?
In whichever context fits you.
Because I mean, in terms of it, you are sharing and because it sounds very vague, which is why I was wanting to ask what is the context?
Yeah, it's no context. Whichever feels right for you. What did you observe? Whatever you observed, you can just tell me. There's no context or frame or border in this.
Okay.
Communication plays a key role in your career development.
May I know who's like saying it?
Yeah, my name is Raj. I'm sorry, there's no power here, so even if I switch on my video, you can't see me. I'll do it in a matter of time.
Okay. Yes, sir. Sorry, yes, sir. Can you just repeat it again?
Yeah. So it's basically, he says communication is the key for your career development. That's what he's concerned about. I think that's basically the concern that he's expressed to you, right? So he says communication. He's still afraid because for you to go from every level to the next level, I mean, the communication matters, and based on irrespective of your knowledge level, communication is the one which decides, how far you go.
So that's the observation you took away from what I shared just now.
Correct.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone else?
Sorry, me again. So he's opened up with you to find out what is he lacking, and so he can get better.
Okay, great. Yeah. Thank you, Srinidhi. Anyone else? Yeah, you can share. There's no right or wrong. This is a space where we have come each other to learn about communications or whatever the topic is being said. So anyone would like to say?
How much ever you are good at work, but the communication is the key for everything.
Okay, okay, okay. So now, thank you, Navya, for sharing it. And yes, so
Yeah,
yes,
can I?
yes, please.
I could see the sense the fear or the anxiety about how he is going to be judged.
Okay.
You know, based on what he is looking through. Is he looking through himself, or is he looking through himself through others' eye? So that's what I understood.
Okay. Now I'll tell you the anyone else, or shall I go? The reason why I asked this question. Anyone else willing to answer?
Can I?
Yes, please. I'm
This is
not able
Madhu.
to see like.
Yeah, because I haven't connected to video. I'll do it sooner. This is
Okay.
Madhumati, and
Okay.
I think maybe because of the expectation level until now, there might be a certain level of expectations from him through the board members. So he might be worried about his reputation and his expectations both.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Madhumati. So here, what I would like to bring your attention is, I'm the speaker now, right? I'm speaking to you. If I'm taking the not as a group, you are saying individually, like I'm telling you, I'm telling Brinda separately, I'm telling Samyukta separately. It's like we both having a conversation. And now imagine that, like I'm talking to you and saying something. When I'm speaking, irrespective of whether this is Jaya or someone else, as an individual, whoever shared now, I just want to reflect, where is your attention going when a person is saying? So I said some incident. Your attention was, you observed the incident which happened. So each one of you said, what was the incident about? Maybe the person felt this, maybe the person saw this, maybe the person heard this. What is happening? Are we there?
Sorry, Jaya. Sorry for the interruption. You're not going to share the screen, right?
No.
Okay, so I'm switching off the mode of sharing screen to the participants.
Okay.
Right, thank you. And sorry too.
So shall I continue?
Please continue. Please continue.
Yeah. So there are each participant, when you shared, and even as the person who did not share it, you must have had a thought like, what is the answer for the question I asked? So I'd like to invite you, where did you pay attention when I was sharing something to you? You paid attention to the content which I said. I said some story, let it be XYZ, any story. All your attention was on the story which I said. I said about this person and the story which I said. And from there, you had your conclusion, like I not say conclusion, you had an thought that maybe he is afraid, or maybe he's fearful, maybe communication is important. So that's what you observed when I was speaking. Now, even though all of what I've said, the answer is correct, but there is something else also along with what I just shared. Can anyone guess what is it? If you leave alone the content part, what else can you think you observe when you're communicating with people?
It's the ability to listen.
Ability to listen for whom?
Because he came to you so that you would listen and you would give a solution for him.
Then how do you know whether I listen to him or not?
Body language.
Yeah, no, just thank you for bringing up that because me asking the question, it brings out the learning for everyone in the group. I hope you're okay with that, Ms. Parvati. Yes, for everyone, the question which so for everyone, the question I'm asking is not you, it's just bringing out the learning for the group. Yeah, so one thing she said that I might be listening. Okay, then anything else? What else did you observe? If you leave alone the content part, what else is there?
The way of communication, it was through phone, right?
Way of, but right, okay, way of communication through phone. Okay, that's again the content. Other than the content, what do you see?
Confiding into
Ma'am.
somebody.
And confiding in the sense?
He's confiding about his future with the friend who is you. So,
Yeah, but I'm saying that content, let's leave
Okay.
it apart. The content part we covered, like everyone said, different aspect of content. Along with that,
You respond to it when he says. So it itself means that you're listening to what he's saying.
okay, I responded. And how did you know that I responded?
She wants to express what she is feeling.
She wants to. Man, who's that she here? You're referring to? Yes, Adi, yes, yeah.
She wants to express his feelings to someone. This is what I understand.
Okay. Okay, so
So communication is like that only, you know, what we are feeling, we have to transfer the content to someone, what we are feeling inside.
According to whom?
You were simply narrating something.
Yeah, no, yes. If you don't mind, Srinidhi, shall I finish that with her, with Adi, the conversation?
Yeah.
Yes, please. Thank you. Yes, Adi.
So, no, from my perception, communication is like something what we are feeling inside. We have to share that thing to someone we feel close one.
Yeah. Did you observe right now the statement which you made right now, Adi, and the statement which you made earlier, the sentence? And again, I'm just using it for the learning purpose of the group.
Oh, I have to repeat it?
No. Did you observe the way you said the sentence now and the sentence which you said earlier just before that? Okay. The sentence she said that according to communication, isn't it that we have to say all our feelings? Then I said, according to whom? When I asked the question, she said, according to me, that's how the communication takes place. Did you note the difference between the two statements? The first statement, she's sure, is it not that it happens? Like everyone should feel that way. And then she says, I feel that way. She's being specific. While I'm talking, maybe that was the feeling which was conveyed to you in the conversation. Are you able to get what I'm saying right now? Guys, those who are listening, if you can respond to, I can, yeah.
So as I see it, communication is transferring your thoughts to the other person. You're able to communicate is actually the word that I want to use, but what I want to say is you're able to transfer your thoughts to the other person. The channel could be anything. It could be by speaking, by writing, by depicting in some other manner. But when your thought process is able, or the other person absorbs it the way that you want to communicate, that is actually communication.
And you're saying this in response to the question of?
You just asked.
Like, what did you observe for that?
So you just asked, right? When one person said, shouldn't communication happen this way? And then when you cross question and the person told, okay, this is my view, this is how communication works.
Yeah.
So in a broader perspective, that is how it is. So when we communicate our own perspective to somebody, that is what communication is. When you're able to translate that, or somebody is able to absorb it exactly the way that we feel.
According to you, Ms. Anshika, that's how you think its communication is.
That is how it goes.
According to whom?
According to the general observation that I have.
Yeah, yes, thank you. Yeah. So, yes, Adi, were you able to find the difference which I said just now?
Sorry, I'm not very clear about what she's saying actually.
Yeah, that's her opinion.
Okay.
Yes.
So, நான் தமிழ் explain பண்ணலாமா?
ஏன் தமிழ் கொஞ்சம் ஒரு மாதிரியா இருக்கும் பரவாயில்லை.
இல்ல உங்களுக்கு நான் சொல்றது புரிஞ்சா போதும்.
இல்ல யா நான் என்ன சொல்ல வரேன், நான் சொன்னீங்கன்னா கம்யூனிகேஷனா இப்பெல்லாம் இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னீங்க இல்லையா? ஸோ So I kind of said that communication is like that.
Yes, yes.
எல்லாரும் அதே மாதிரி நினைச்சுக்கணும்னு அவசியம் இல்ல. நான் வேற மாதிரி யோசிக்கலாம், பிருந்தா வேற மாதிரி யோசிக்கலாம். So that was the point which I was trying to say that.
Yes, அதுதான் நான் வந்து எக்ஸ்பிளைன் திருப்பி சொல்ல வந்தேன் நானு. ஓகே, நீங்க சொல்லிட்டீங்க, பரவாயில்ல.
Okay, that's what you meant. Okay, yeah, thank you. Yes, Srinidhi. Okay. Yes. Srinidhi, you wanted to say something?
No, I said after you had questioned the second time, I said it was, what did I observe? It was barely a narration about something that you encountered with a person X.
Okay. Yeah. So I like to bring your attention now as I'm speaking to you, as I'm narrating the story to you. One thing is you will listen to the content, and one thing is you listen to what emotions or feelings or what opinion you're forming as I'm talking. The other thing is, are you also observing how am I communicating to you? Like I may be the person, I may be sifting through my hair, I may be using my hands, I may be removing my glasses and putting back my glasses, I may be looking somewhere. Are you observing that also is my question as a part of communication. So how far how usually do we observe when people are talking to us in manner? We listen to the content of what they say and we respond, we react, we communicate. That's how normally how it happens. But along with it, there's also something which is called the way how I communicate. So how am I standing, or am I looking to you and talking, or am I fidgeting my phone always and I'm talking to you? So while communicating, it tends to you pay attention to not only the the content part. Yeah, content part you obviously listen. When you go to movies, what we experience is not only the dialogue what you say, the experience of it also, how the hero like uses stylish glasses and everything. So communication is kind of totally when it comes to not only the content but also what are the different things which I'm using. Now when it comes over here, as in this group, as a parent you are, when you're talking to your child or when your child is talking to you, where are you paying attention to? Or just inviting you to reflect on this part for a second or for a minute. When a child comes and talks to you, where is your attention mostly? Are you listening to the story or what the person is saying? Then after listening to the story, are you forming your own conclusions, your objection, it must be like this only? Or are you also listening how your child is talking to you? When I say how your child is talking to you, whether he's standing, he's sitting, he's crying, he's yelling and telling to you, he's saying softly to you, whether he is whispering to you, are you paying attention to that also when your child is coming and talking to you? Just take a moment and reflect back. Where do you pay attention when your child comes and talks to you? And that's how you pay attention, and to your spouse, maybe to your mother, to your friends, to anyone is it, where is your attention mostly goes? Are you, as like one person said over here, listening? Are you even listening when the person is telling to you? And then comes the next question of how to respond or react. That comes in the third or fourth stage. First step itself, how much are you listening when your child, when your son or daughter comes and speaks to you? Just take a moment to reflect on it. Am I making sense of what I said just now? If you're making sense, you can just raise your hand or something, so I'll know that like, yeah, I'm making total sense for what I'm saying. Yes, yeah. So that was communication is all this combined together. Now, when you ask according to whom, that's what people have been observed and been passing over to ages. It's you observe the whole body itself, not only the content, what they say, but also the person, are they listening to you or not? So next time when your husband or your wife is not, when you're talking to them, just observe not only what they're saying, but also as they're saying to you, what are they doing? Are they looking at the paper and talking to you? Are they looking at the computer screen and talking to you? And you will know how is it when they look at you and they listen, when they look at the paper and listen. Maybe that's another day to discuss about it. So just for you to bring your attention, observe before you even respond to your child. Observe from which place this child is saying. Are we good enough? So this is first part is first regarding to your child when he's saying. I will go to the next part of it. If I'm inviting someone over here to say, to introduce about yourself. And when I say introduce about yourself, usually what we say is, I'm Jaya, I'm this, your post designation. If you want to quit out, if you want to strike out the designation part or which company you're done, you leave out that part and then say something which, with so much of love, introduce about yourself to the group. And who would that person be? Who is volunteering to come and introduce yourself to the group with much love about your own self, leaving the what do you say, the post which you hold. Usually we'll say, I'm a president, I'm a vice president, I'm a software engineer, I'm a homemaker. You leave all that. Beyond all the labels, speak with much love about yourself. What will that be? And who's coming forward to say? And this is a very safe space, I suppose so. Like Brinda says, she holds this community very close and everyone feels connected together. So whatever happens in the group, it stays in the group. And everyone are here just for the purpose of learning and listening from each other. We're just growing by sharing each other's. So you can feel much more safer to come and express what you are. What do you think about your own self?
Okay, let me try.
Yes, please.
Has it got to be formal or it can be just flamboyant?
Anything. However you want to express yourself, Ms. Srinidhi.
All right. So as you know, I'm Srinidhi, and to introduce myself, I've got a 3.5-year-old little one that's obviously studying in the mighty school Chisel. And what I'm passionate about is about singing, and the little one is also going along with me to sing and on the various genres of music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that suffices, or I can go on.
Okay. And about your own self, like that, like you like to introduce yourself. Okay, great. Thank you. Yes. And now, is there anyone else? Now, before we invite someone else, I just like to ask now, just to check on what I said just now, how far you are being with me. Now, as Srinidhi was sharing, no, she shared some content of about herself. What was happening in you? Was your mind, what it was doing, what it was thinking about your kid who was knocking the door next to you? Or was it thinking about the phone which was ringing? Or was it, what was it thinking about? Or was it even thinking about anything when Srinidhi was talking to you? What was happening in you? As Srinidhi is speaking, if you're listening to you, were you listening to her, or were some other thoughts were running in your mind as you were listening to her?
Both together, Jaya.
Yes, Ms. Shiva, this is like you both, anyone like?
Both together.
Yes,
I
yes.
hope I do not snatch away others' opportunity. That's why I'm keeping quiet there. But looks like maybe I can trigger two. So I could hear more about the 3.5-year-old, what she is doing. But at the same time, I was bothered whether I should budge in and again talk about myself there to give an intro. So the thoughts about me giving an intro was also going at the back part.
Yes,
the back of my mind.
Yes, thank you, Brenda. Like that's what usually happens, right? When people are talking, are we truly listening to them, or we have some back thoughts which are running in our mind also? So there's just, I want to point it out. The next thing is, now you introduced about yourself. I think next time I'm going to call out the names which is over here. Shall I call out that one? Okay. So the next
learners, probably they can come on their own if they are comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we cannot plunge in with adult learners. That's the difference between the smaller ones and the bigger ones.
Yeah.
So it was interesting, actually. We can go ahead with 2 or 3 people introducing about themselves, to know about themselves. without tagging on, be going beyond labels of associating themselves to some particular company or to their profession. I found it very interesting. Should we go ahead with one or two, Jaya?
Yeah, it depends upon, are you people willing to say? Then we can go ahead.
Is there anyone else who wants to come out and just talk about what you are? What you are. Who are you for yourself?
Yeah, when Srinidhi was talking, I was just thinking being a mom is also one of the labels there. So where am I? Who am I? Was the thought that was running in my mind. So being a professional, being a mother,
Yes,
being a daughter,
yes,
so
yes,
being a wife, it is
yes.
all the same. And personally, who am I as a human being? So that was running in my mind.
And that's a
Okay.
perfect space to be Siddhant. I think the name is written there. That's
Yeah,
a
that's
really
my
a very, yeah, that's a really perfect space to be, to explore. No, we get lost in all this, like communicate.
we never think about all these things. We do not
Yes, very
waste
much.
time in this actually.
Yeah, because we think as wasting us
We
time.
think, yeah.
Yes,
True.
exactly, exactly.
But-
That was also one of my agenda over here.
Right, probably,
Yeah.
but that's the true, that's a true self, thinking about who you are, irrespective of all the labels. So that makes us more to understand about
Yes,
our own self. So can I give an intro?
yes.
Can
What
I
about
give
the
an
other?
intro?
Yes, 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 please.
Or should I keep quiet and let the others introduce?
No, I know it's your choice. It's everyone's choice over here. It's
Yeah.
like
So I'm
your
also a
own choice.
participant basically,
Yes,
so
yes,
probably I can also
yes.
give an
Yeah,
intro.
yeah.
So hi all, I am Brinda. So I'm basically a person who's very inquisitive. I would always like to learn new things, something which is very new and intriguing, and that's my first priority to capture and see. The minute there is a space where I couldn't learn more, then I quit. I immediately quit. So that's what I actually understood about myself over the period of time. When I get saturated very easily, when I understand that there is nothing more for me to learn in that particular space and grow. So probably that is what helped me to have a professional growth as well. So it was a self-learning process and self-realizing process for me. That's what I think I am.
Yeah, thank you, Brinda. Now, as you are sharing, Brinda, as you are telling, where was your attention? I'm asking Brinda. Now,
Completely,
yeah,
yes.
as you're sharing, okay, you said the story. Where was your attention?
My attention was focused only on the spotlight video of Jaya, and I was wondering whether you are really listening or not.
Yes, yeah. And did you like spotlight mine was there? Where you and what did you observe the other people who was there? No.
No, I didn't. My focus was only on you.
Okay, okay, good. You noticed that one. Yes. So the reason for me asking this question is, I said the first thing which I asked you is, how are you listening? The second thing is, when you are talking to people, okay, are you also just so lost in yourself that you keep saying the stories, but do you also pay attention to whether the people are listening to you or not? As Brinda said now, I'm wondering like whether Jaya is listening or not. So what do we do is, when you're talking to your son or when you're talking to your husband, what do you say? You hold them and you say, are you listening to me or not? Why are you not listening to you? So that you do it consciously, but unconsciously when you're doing your work or when you are immersed in something, where do you pay attention to when you talk? You just pass off the information and go away in the room, or you do even wait to see whether the person to whomever you said the information, did they receive the information what you wanted to say? That's again another space for you to reflect. Am I making sense? So some of them, what happens, we get lost. See, today 8 o'clock I'm going, 9 o'clock is my flight, and that's all I wanted to say. And they walk away out of the room and go. And what happens is, we may be busy in some work, we may not pay attention. But according to that person, I told you in the kitchen that I'm going at 9 o'clock, 5. Why you did not listen? Now, whose mistake is that? Again, that argument continues. So this is somewhere again a space for you to reflect back. In communication, it's not only what you say, it's also about listening. And also, as you are speaking, what are you observing as you are speaking to? Is that making sense for you? If I'm making sense, can you just raise your hand or something like this so I'll know that yes, something is happening over there. Okay, so now we'll come to a part of it is which is called as what do you say is, do you have a paper? I think I told you to bring a paper and pen next to you. How many do you have? Or if you don't have, it's do you have? Yeah, great. So what I want to do over here now is just for a few minutes, a few seconds, you reflect and then you can start writing. So this is the question. Um, think of a situation where you felt really very happy. It can be of any situation, right? When you felt not even happy, when you even felt good, when it was when you felt really, what to say, excited, happy, those are adjectives. When you really felt good about your own self. Now I want you to imagine that situation. Now, as you imagine that situation, what immediately comes to your mind? You will note down in this order. The first thing is, what situation is that? Write down in what situation you felt really very happy about your own self. Again, I'm making clear it's about your own self. About your own self in any sense. What was the situation in which you were very happy about? If you don't have paper and pen, it's okay. You can just jot down in your memory, just recollect it when you are really very happy. The second one is, in that situation, when you are very happy, what are you seeing around you? In that situation, when you are very happy, what are you seeing around you? If at all you're seeing, not necessarily have to see. Sometimes you may not see also, that's okay. If at all you're seeing anything, write down like what are you seeing around you or in that moment, in that situation. Next one is, how are you feeling in that situation? Exactly like how are you feeling it and in which part of your body are you feeling it? If at all, if you're not feeling, it's very much okay. It's not necessarily like everyone has to sense it in the same way. Each one sense happiness in different ways. I'm just bringing out all the possibilities. If you have that possibility, you can just write down. If at all you're seeing something, what do you see? If at all you're sensing something in your own self, where are you sensing it and what are you sensing? And again, it's not compulsory, only if you feel and hear so, see so. The next one is, at that moment, are you hearing any sounds around you? At that moment, are you hearing any sounds around you? If at all, again, it's not necessarily everyone has to hear. Some people hear, some people feel, or some people see only. So whichever works for you. And then in that situation, what words you tend to use mostly? In that situation, what are the words which you tend to say mostly? You wrote down? You need, if you can finish it, you can let me know. Yeah. You can just raise your hand if you're finished. You have this, I think, the reaction button. You can use that reaction button below of your screen. So you can know like how many of them are finished. That you have this or this, something, anything. Finished or you need more time? The room is very silent. And half of them I can't even see. You can use this button which I said, like kind of thing. Here it says, it just comes up like that on your screen. You have the reaction button under your screen. Next to record, next to chat, in that line you have reaction button. Yes, 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 yes. So it just gives an idea like how many of you completed in the room.
Divya and Srinidhi are ready, I think. Should we start with them?
Yes, yeah. So it's okay, shall we continue? Yeah. So
Shivesh also.
yeah. So who would like to share about what you have written just now? And again, now it need not be about the content part. We leave it out. Like what is the content that's not necessary. It's just for you to highlight like what did you see, hear, and feel, and what words you used.
Can we
Only
go with
that you can
Shivesh
share.
Jaya? The person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Who? Yeah.
Shivesh
Yes.
parents.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ah,
Good
yes.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm just telling how I see around myself when I'm happy. I feel that everyone around me also feel the same way. Happily, they are around me. It
Okay.
reflects overall my emotion with the surrounding. I relate to that.
Okay.
Um, and it feels like I'm flying in the sky or something like that. It's a different type of feel altogether.
Okay.
As a sound, I'm not able to relate any sound with that, but I
Okay.
feel like something flying.
Okay.
And what word will you say mostly? I feel the time is running very fast, and I will say myself, come on, Sendil, come on, come up. Like that, something to motivate or something that I achieved or something I appreciate myself to say that I just pat on myself that I finished something good.
Okay. So that's the words which you usually say at that time, you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Thank you sharing,
Thank you.
Shivesh. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. So,
I have two more
this,
who have raised the hands, Jaya.
I think the race to say completed. Okay. Yeah. If you want to share, yes, you can share. I thought
Divya and Srinidhi. You would like to communicate? Srinidhi.
No, if time permits, if that's okay, only if that's okay, because.
Yeah, it's 3:40 now. Yes, please. Yeah, we can hear for one more. Yes, yeah.
Okay, beyond the profession and beyond certain things at home, something that I have believed in is the art of giving. So something that keeps me going, or something that keeps me a bit more happy beyond the usual lifestyle is when I give, and the word that motivates me more often than ever is when, to the people that I have given whatever I could, and when they thank, I think we are also thankful back to the cosmic. So that is what keeps me going, and that's the point that motivates to do more and more and more.
Okay.
So that's what I could relate to when you were asking the series of questions.
Okay. 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 Yeah. Thank you. And for others, like, is there anyone else who's willing to share, or shall I go continue on? Miss Shiva or someone like? I heard like thought you people are raising your hands. No.
I would like to share.
Yes,
This is
please.
Archana. Hi, Jaya.
Hey, hi.
Be it any moment of your happiness, like when you feel happy, the first thought that I get in my mind is like, I need to share my happiness. So it's like you try to reach out to your peer group or whoever is nearby. I mean, it's like I cannot hold it within myself. I need to, like, it's kind of, it's going to explode if I don't share my happiness. So that's the feeling that I usually get. And
Okay.
it's like
Yeah.
everything, like it's like you're flying. I mean, you have to share. It's like the child in you that jumps.
Yes.
And the words, like sometimes, like you like, I have to tell myself, hey, come back to reality. You have already experienced your happiness, so you just need to come down and just focus on the next thing or do something else, like so that's what I
Okay.
wanted to say.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for Archana for sharing that one. And yes. So the reason for me when I asked you, like the series of questions, actually, Srinidhi said that one. What are you seeing, hearing? That was in relation with like Brindal asked me to tell you, to tell parents about like how what is the when we are communicating to our kids, what are the right words to be used? That was the main highlight to it. Like what can be the right choice of words which I can use when I'm talking to my kids? So it's like I can't give you a list of possible words. No, say this word when at this particular situation. Say this word at this particular situation. It doesn't work that way. And the reason like why it doesn't work that way, we can know all what are the good words. When I say happy, just when I said happy, just look at how each one saw that in a different way. Like how Archana saw that happiness. She saw that it's something which is exploding in her. How did Srinidhi say? Srinidhi, it's for all me about giving it. So even just the word happy, it gives different meaning to different people. Each people see it in a different way, which is true for them, which is true for their own self. And when it is true for their own self, it is very much correct. I cannot put a general and say, Archana, happy means no, you should not fly, you should stay on the ground. That is only happiness. I cannot say because that may hold good for me, but that does not hold good for Archana. The same thing, how we each one are very, and every individual is different. And what can be common about is what can be the right word while we are speaking to our kids. When you take in that concept, when can a right word come? When can beautiful words or right words come from your mouth? When can it possibly come? Any clue? When can I talk the right words to the person, or so-called right, or whatever is it, so-called right or so-called wrong?
When we are relaxed.
When we are relaxed. Yes, very good. Then?
Yeah, calm and peaceful.
Yes, when you are calm and peaceful. So when you are relaxed in whatever way you feel, when you are calm and peaceful in whatever sense that is making for you, at that time, whatever you are saying to your kids, that is the right word. There is no dictionary of right words saying, say this, be good, be great. That doesn't, that may, I don't know whether it makes sense or not. It's all about how am I as a person? That's the question I ask, who are you? Because you as a mother, you're going to talk to your child. You as a mother to talking to your child, first want to know as a mom or as a woman, how am I first? Am I very tensed or am I very relaxed? And based on that state of my mind only, I'm going to talk my child, irrespective of whichever book you read, irrespective of whichever classes, how many other classes you attend. You may get all the knowledge. You may know even right now, whatever I said right now also, it's nothing new. You may know about it already. The only thing matters is the mindset in which you are there. Are you feeling calm? Are you feeling relaxed? Or are you already tense? And when the child comes running to you, how can I tell you, no, in the class, Jaya said, use the right word. When you're so much full of stress, well, how will the right words come out of it? And even if all, if you force yourself and say the right word, will it reach the child? Will it reach the heart of your child? So parenting, when I say it is what you call, it's a conscious parenting. I use the word that one. Why do I use the word called conscious parenting is, it's all about, we say that we have grown up and we are teaching our kids like how to be, how not to be. Yeah, that is part of our culture. That's part of how we are grown up. So before going to that part of dealing with our children, how well are we dealing with our own self? Now, as I said, communication is how do you talk to your husband? How do you talk to, how do you listen when someone is talking to you? And moreover, what is the story you're telling to your own self first? When I ask, like, come and speak about yourself, like, what is the thought running in your head first? What are you thinking about your own self? Can I go and speak? What will happen if I speak? What will people think of me? Maybe you're thinking like this or not thinking like this, I don't know, just general. So what are the story you're telling your own self before you start to communicate? Even that matters. How good you feel about yourself when you're talking to your child. Are you feeling that, oh my God, I'm already suffering, we are not in a good place? Then how can, if you're holding that thought, whatever you speak to your child, it is going to have the energy of that one. Definitely a child, as it is when you're in your school, like you're dealing with very small kids, they can sense the energy. They may not understand the words which you speak, but they can definitely sense the energy which you are radiating. And what energy you are radiating is all about how are you thinking about your own self, how are you, what choice of words you are using. And again, the choice of words is not by training, it comes out, it just comes out, like as I said, all the events which happened. How are you listening? How are you even responding to people? What do you think about your own self? And again, that's each one is a huge ocean for us. So before we say, like, kind of communicate, use the right words, how good do I know about my own self? What is my strength? What is my weakness? Yeah, I am here to support my child to grow. Yes, very much true. But are you strong enough to support your child? When I say strong enough, it doesn't mean not only the financial part of it, it not only means you, the part of giving food to your child, it also needs psychologically and mentally. Where are you to support your own child? How healthy are you to support your child? I can tell you, pay the fees of XYZ. Yeah, you come and pay the fees. The teacher can tell you, Brinda can tell you, this is what your child has to learn. Yeah, you may all listen it. Yes, we already know that. We Google it, everything comes. The teacher tells us everything. Yeah, we have all the knowledge. We have all the resources. Yeah, that we have. We have money. Yes, that we have. The next one is, how am I? In what state am I there? How healthy am I in the way I am thinking? Am I putting myself down? Am I thinking twice before going and talking to people? So when I myself thinking twice going to talk to people and I'm forcing my kid, when some relatives come, go and talk, how does that serve the purpose? I'm giving you a chance. Come and participate, come and speak. Yeah, but what thoughts immediately come to my mind? I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but what we are doing and what we are telling our children to do, are they in aligned with each other? I'm saying whenever the opportunity is given in school, go and participate. But the same thing do I do when in my office, when some challenges comes in or when opportunity comes, do I go and snatch it, or do I take participate in it? Just reflect on that. We are telling our child, they say that you become the role model for your child. I hope everyone knows that. Yes, we are becoming role model. But what? I'm at the age of 40, at the age of 35, I've got so much stress. And come on, get out of it. It's time to develop. It's time to develop. Reasons, excuses, gone are those days. My parents did not give me, I did not have a proper childhood, I did not have money, I did not have work. Enough. Just pack the bag and throw it off. It's gone. Now it's your child. You want your child to be the best. Definitely, there's no doubt in that. But in the same time, the child cannot grow on its own. You also need, I'm using the word need here. You also need and want to evolve along with your child. And how do you do? I know you know that also. It starts with the basic thing. Just reflect back what I said right from the beginning. When a child is talking, even when you are talking, where is your attention? Are you paying attention even now as I'm talking to you? Are you paying attention only to the words I'm saying? Or are you able to see the sticker which is behind me? Are we able to see the specs shape which I'm wearing, or able to see the headphone color which I'm using? Where is your attention? Are you able to see the buttons which are over here? Where are you paying attention? If your attention is only the story which I say, that means you'll be listening only to the story which your child is saying. But along with it comes the feeling also. Are you paying attention to that? How is your child saying that story to you? So this is a space for you to reflect on, to learn on, and to be maybe you can put into practice right away that when someone talks to you, just ask yourself, where am I paying attention to? So this is all about the session of, there is something which is called as communication right comes out when first we ourselves as a human being, we are aligned with our own self. Am I letting go of the fear? Or am I learning something new? As Brinda says, I want to learn new. Where am I evolving? Where am I growing? That's all the question for you to ask your own self. This is small. Communication is a very vast topic. Everyone knows that. This is just a pre-introduction line, which I just said you now, where to note where are you paying attention when someone is talking. The first thing. Second thing is, as you are listening to that person, are you listening completely, or is something running in your head? Are you listening? Just pay attention to these two today. By the end of the day, you will notice wonderful things about your husband, about your wife, about your child. Definitely, you will see something new which you have not noticed so far. So thank you guys for your time. And this is what I just wanted to say. And I think we are come really through. As Brinda said, I've been trained in the field called NLP, which is called as Neuro-Linguistic Programming. So this is where, based on those techniques only, I spoke to you about such long time now. And the other one is I work in the field of coaching with parents. And what do I coach them about is the whole thing is about like, how do you communicate to your own self? How do you communicate to your child? And then how do you develop relationships? How do you, what type of language, like the, what do you say? How do you communicate in the terms of, are you pay attention to the words which you use? So when I'm talking about everything related to parenting. And then the other thing which I do is, parenting is about, as I said, ask question about your own self. How to develop your own self first before you act as a parent. Who are you as a person? Then comes the person which is called as a parent. So in that space, I coach people. The next thing, other thing, what I do is I also coach for students who are teenagers from the age group of 13, like school and college going students. And to them, what do I coach them is how our habits are being formed. And for a habit to be formed, what are the strategy you follow to study also? For example, like any of your student may say, I'm good in maths, but I'm not good in physics. Or maybe I'm good in sports, I'm not good in drawing. So whatever they say, there's different strategy we use. Excuse me. So what is how to develop a strategy so that you get the outcome what you want? And again, for the children, I think it's very much utmost essential to communicate what they are feeling inside. Imagine if your child knows at this age how to communicate exactly what is he or she feeling. When she grows up to our age, look what type of freedom they will have. Mental freedom they'll have, emotional freedom they have to articulate what is happening inside them. How do they communicate that to their teachers? How do they communicate that to their parents? Exactly what is happening to them. So in that area, I coach. And where I coach is, as of now, it is on Zoom, online session is happening. And then what else? I've been in the space for NLP for more than 8 to 9 years. I go to corporate offices, I go to colleges to train students, like final year engineering students, all about this personality improvement skills and everything. And what I really wanted to give, being I am a mom of a teenager, so I know the value of how the child evolves in different stages. She comes and shares like how the parents talk to her friends, and it makes a huge difference. You'll not believe the amount of stress kids undergoes right now. even at the age of 18 and 17, the amount of stress they undergo, parents, and definitely I'm telling you, parents are definitely not aware of it because the children do not communicate with their parents. So that was inspired me to to come into the space of parents and to come into the space of teenagers, where I saw a huge gap, the way parents even don't know at the hostel what their kids are doing. The parents, even the kids are staying with them, the parents are unaware of what their kids are doing. And the reason for that is, it's whom's to blame, that's another question. But just how do we bridge the gap so that we have a wonderful relationship, like as a mother, we feel that we have done everything great to our extent. And as a child, we know that they have grown up to become a responsible adult to the society. So that's the motive for me to be in the space of parents and for the teenagers. And this is the work I do. And as I said, like, I did not prepare a slideshow. I can give the contact number of the Facebook group if there. I'll ask on Brinda to pass it on in the group where you can reach out to me if you require.